कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, अरे कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो। साहब मिले सबूरी में, अरे साहब मिले सबूरी में, मन लागो यार फकीरी में, मन लागो।
Sir, you say facts lead to truth. The more I am listening to you these days, can we say that only facts can lead to truth? Only facts.
Facts take us to the door of truth. After that, one never knows what will happen.
Yes. And this came out that
if you want a more definitive statement, the more definitive statement is facts give you freedom from illusion. That is a more definitive statement.
and isn't that truth? Finally.
Freedom from illusion? Not yet. Not yet.
So what is left then?
You are still at the gate. Just said na, all observation is subjective. The subject is still left. So facts will give you something, but the one who kept gathering the fact, a bit of him is still left. It's like you asking everybody to leave the room, and after everybody has left, you are still left, just a little bit.
But won't that be the last step? That when there is nobody to observe, then I'll observe myself, and then I'll see the falseness of myself.
When after everybody else is gone?
Yes.
What will you observe then? You can observe only you talking to Anshu. If Anshu is gone, what will you observe?
So if Anshu is not there, so how do I survive then? Because for my survival, somebody else is also needed. Right?
Physical survival, yes. Not mental survival. To survive physically, you need others. Mentally, if you need others, then ego is created. What is all? That's what we have been talking so far. No? The mental division. If mentally you are in need of others, then there is division. You know, the relationships between human beings, they must be, it would sound very unsettling to some, but relationships between human beings must be almost like the relationships between animals. Purely material, purely physical.
Right.
When there is a mental component to the relationship, then there is dependency, then you are looking towards the other to provide you company and completion and all that. So you must have a totally material relationship, like animals have. And it's a beautiful thing.
Won't that be a physical dependence then?
Oh, that you cannot help. What I'm talking of is removing at least the mental dependency. The physical part, but as far as the physical part goes, you see, where an animal is found, there at the same place its habitat is also found. So even though there is a dependency, but it is not a crushing dependency. An animal is never found at a place where it should not be found. A fish would never be found on land. A yak would never be found in Africa. Only man is found in all kinds of places where he must not be found. You will never find a lion in a jungle where there is no female lion. If there is no female lion, you will not find male lions either. So that's the thing with animals. They are always found only where they must be found. So if lion is there, deer too would be there. Grass would be there. Trees would be there. Forest would be there. And for sure a female lion would also be there. So when everything is there, then there is no dependency.
In fact, no animal is nervous.
Is
Nervous.
nervous.
Only man.
Yes, of course. Even that nervousness, if at all it happens, sometimes there, because I have a few pet animals, so I know. That nervousness happens. I have seen them shaking and shivering a few times. But that is so very temporary and fleeting and happens only in cases of grave physical danger.
And it is, yeah, this is not so much nervous in the characteristic sense. Similar. Yeah.
So you're saying that a physical separation is something that is intrinsic, we can't help, inevitable. However, mental separation is something that is
man-made, yes.
This is social, not natural.
No, not natural.
It can be argued that we see that the way animals relate with each other, it's way simpler than the way men relate.
Yes.
And there are other differences also. So, is there something not in the very evolutionary process that the more complicated the body would get, the more advanced that the brain would become? The
advanced by whose definition?
Man's. But is it not given that the physical, biological difference between a cat and a man is something that would inevitably lead to the differences in the way in which they will relate?
You have two legs. Huh? Would you call somebody with 20 legs more advanced than you?
If there is any work that...
If it serves some natural purpose. All that which you call as the complexity of the human brain is that helping human beings be more joyful, free, light. So are human beings really more advanced because their brain is more complicated?
Who knows? Whales and dolphins have very complicated brains.
But I'm saying, is complication a virtue at all? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, not necessarily.
Is complication a virtue at all?
What they found out last years, the vegetable world, not vegetables, but how you call it, trees and grass and all that, it is kind of so advanced that the human brain could never figure it out how connected intelligently, because now they invented machines which could measure it. So they are just wondering, how like grass and flowers, what the intelligence that is. without brains according to the human
Say,
natures.
what is evolution? And nowadays, last 20 years, some monkeys invented wars because they simulated human behavior. Really, they divided in tribes of monkeys, and they have really wars between them. Never was before. Is this obviously some evolution? But what kind? This is devolution.
Or maybe
Catastrophe.
Or maybe humans didn't observe them before regularly. Maybe it was forever like that.
It sounds so improbable, and one cannot imagine it. It sounds quite scary. But still it must be said. With the kind of consciousness that we have, within the broad framework of our functioning, there is no respite, no relief for us possible. There has to be a total annihilation of our ways. I am prepared to say that man will have to give up civilization if he wants any relief. The whole thing about civilization, progress, culture, and of course that includes language. Now it is scary to then imagine what would remain of man. The first question that comes to mind is, then what will remain the difference between man and animal?
And
This question assumes that man is better than animals.
what will be done with the God?
Animals hardly have a god.
But they have respect for sanctity.
They have respect for an order.
Some kind sanctity, svetos. They have some respect.
No, they just follow their natural way.
They have a respect for an order. For example, they won't mate except in the season. So if they are respecting anything, they are respecting an order. That's all that they respect.
तो सवाल ये है कि इज देयर इवन अ पॉसिबिलिटी टू डिसरिस्पेक्ट? क्या वहाँ पे सबवर्ट कर नहीं है ना? तो फिर ये कंपैरिजन कैसे कर सकते हैं कि हमारे में हम कर देते?
नहीं कर सकते.
वो फिर वो ऐसे हैं, हम ऐसे हैं. लेट्स से दिस ना.
What do you mean by hardly had a God?
हाँ?
When no God, I say hardly had a God.
So that's the thing with human beings. They love to say things in a spicier way. Just as we could have had rice instead of this, but we have spiced it up a little. So
when I was in second year of graduation, so one of the major things that was taught in a course was this. The teacher comes the very first day of the course. The course was Elizabethan literature. So she draws a graph. God, this is called the Elizabethan chain of beings. This was very popular in the 16th century. God, angel, humans, beasts.
And grass.
बस दो और रह गए.
And below beasts, devil or something.
हाँ, beast मतलब सब यही सब.
Okay.
सब आ गया उसमें, जानवर ये सब.
Why all
एक लड़के को बोला था बनाने के लिए.
forget on plants? Why everyone forgets on plants? Is really sure they are lower than anything else living? I believe that some great, nice trees are much wiser than all other living beings. It seems so.
No, they just
In a sense, I can I can, in a sense, not communicate, be in communion with them, and I feel that they are very great, much greater than me. They aren't gods. No. They are simply great.
You know, we were talking of observing and living in the facts. So there was this thing on something, God and all. And then this cat comes. Yeah, Hasidic discussion yesterday on. And then this cat comes with its tail up always. What deserves greater importance now? The God word or the cat? That is what it means to live animal-like. That is what it also means to live in the fact, not in the concept. But we are respecting the sheet so much. And even if we are acknowledging that animals are in a way higher than us, yet we will not respect the cat. But that sheet which contains the God word will be respected so much. That is what happens when language and civilization come in. What about the cat? Who will talk of the cat? And why must one talk of the cat? The cat is a cat. Why must one even call it a cat?
Talking about the God, you know the story which happened in India when there was a guru and he has a cat, and while they have evening rituals, the cat was taking away the attention of people. So guru said, now on you just tie on some rope the cat. And they tied the cat, and the evening ritual was okay, no disturbance, people were concentrated on the ritual. And then the guru passed away, and then the followers, they buy a new cat, you know, and then but it is not only that, they tie the cat in the evening ritual. That's not the end. After many centuries, the scientists and scholars, they researched of the liturgical meaning, of the spiritual meaning, tightening the cat between the evening ritual.